I was going through my social media feeds the other night and I was blown away by how much traffic is out there on everything. So much information, so many things coming at you from different directions. And of course, if you're in the market to buy a home, well, that is definitely going to be some stuff in regards to real estate coming at you from all those directions. When's the perfect time to sell a home? When's the perfect time to buy a home? What are interest rates? Will interest rates get better? And of course, what to look for in a realtor. And what to look for in a realtor can be a number of things, but for me, it boils down to four basic things. Number one is trust. I have told my kids, I've told all my friends, the single greatest thing you can earn from anyone is their trust. It's what matters the most. The person you're going to go through this with in a transaction, you need to be able to trust. I worked in local TV sports for 21 years in Seattle. I built a reputation on trust. I pride myself with that. What I say is my word, and I stick to it. And so, trust to me is the part that matters the most. Number two for me is communication. Our ability to communicate, whether it be as clients or friends or what have you, is paramount. We need to be able to talk and get through things and have conversations that are meaningful, that are very important, sometimes can be very heavy. But when you're in the client realtor relationship, communication is key. You have to be able to communicate. When the phone rings, I'm going to pick it up. And when I call you, I would hope that you have time to pick it up, or if not, we'll make room for a conversation because talking, communicating throughout the entire process is paramount because you're going to have a time where you go through and you got to get your pre-approval, then you got to communicate about what homes you want to look for. Then there's the communication between the banks and the mortgage lenders as well as you on how we're going to construct our offer to make it as appealing as possible to someone on the selling side. And after that, if a home goes pending, the communication is even more important because there's all sorts of things to keep track of leading up to closing time, whether it be 21 days or 28 days or 60 days, whatever that time frame is. It's important. On the selling side, we need to communicate, let you know exactly how things are going, how we are marketing a home, when buyers come and tour, some of the feedback. Maybe some things aren't right with the staging that we're hearing a common theme. We can go ahead and change that. We do that through communication. So you see that trust, communication, number one, number two on the list. Number three, your best interest. This whole thing is about a home, of course, but it's not about the transaction. It's not about the sale. It certainly isn't about me. It is about you and what benefits you the best. Your best interest throughout this entire process is really, to me, what we have to keep in mind as we go. It might take 3 weeks, it might take 3 months to find a place or to sell a home, but it's what is in your best interest that will guide the entire process as we go. As far as the process, number four, I lead and protect. It's a Windermere theme, and it's something I really take to heart because you get into the weeds with your clients and those that trust you, and you need to lead them through it because we're not going to the store and buying a gallon of milk. This is something you don't do very often unless you move a lot and have a job where you get transferred quite a bit. It's important to have someone that knows what they're doing to lead you and protect you throughout the entire process. Because again, you have that point where you go pending and your offer gets accepted. And then there's that whole other part leading down to the end of the transaction and closing. That is so important where you need someone to lead you through it, guide you, protect you. So those four things, trust, communication, your best interest, leading and protect. Those are the main four that fundamentally we will grasp onto. There's a whole lot of other stuff involved with a transaction, whether it be buying or selling, as well as your representation. But to me, those are the big four. And if we can work together, I'd be happy to introduce you to my big four as we go throughout the process because you will know what always matters to me most. And of course, you matter throughout this entire process. So if you want to have a conversation, reach out to me. Phone number is below, as well as my email, text. If you want to set up a Zoom session, we can see each other and talk like that. Also, check out MikeFerreriHomes.com. with more information and some past testimonials from clients, as well as a way to get a hold of me. But trust, communication, your best interest, lead and protect. That's what I'm all about.